I have no idea how this you can see all the fluffy stuff. I have no idea how I've put this background on, but I'm going to keep it there because maybe that's my future home. Who knows? Next goal is to get a nice big RV anyway and just travel for a bit. But guys, I want to share this morning's trades with you, following on from last week as well. Of course, the markets closed at 10 p.m. on Friday and reopened at 10 p.m. Sunday. So we had a nice push down from last week, guys. Let me just check that. You guys can all see what I'm showing you. So, as you know, I've been very active this weekend and last week and all that, as usual. Back with a bang, as we say. But I'm a lot more calmer. I'm less impulsive these days. Certainly worked on that a lot. But I do keep my energy and my excitement. Why not? It's who I am. And you guys deserve that as well. And you guys deserve to release your inner child as often as possible. When things are going well, celebrate the wins. When they're not, you learn from the lessons that life gives you. But I want to show you what I'm looking at right now in regards to the trades. So this one was given out this morning, guys. Some of you banked. So basically, just following on from last week, where was we? Here. This trade was given 31, stop loss of 31. I found that 31 is a very strong area. If I was to go back in the charts, I could see here 31 is a strong area. If it goes beyond that, we're looking at it going up. But at the minute, it's staying well below it. So that's very nice. Signal was given out for this last week on Friday, and 22, wasn't it? And yeah, no, it must have been further up than that. Must have been here, then that one there. Yeah. I know it just took forever anyway. So anyway, that trade's gone. People have banked that. You've seen that in the Telegram group. Well done to those that took the trade. But I want to go through my strategy, guys. I've been putting this into a Telegram group and to other ways in which you can get access to this. But I want to run straight through this strategy for you guys so that you can master this, learn it yourself, because it is very, very, very good. Okay. So what was we looking at this morning with the buy? Brought gold up to 1926, right? This is what potentially I'm looking at later. We'll see how the US session opens up in 10 minutes time, but I got time for you now. Okay. We were looking at this and I gave the stop loss at 1920, 1926. That's the trade I gave in the premium group. In the Telegram group, it was a bit more open. Okay. The stop losses are a bit more open because it works from an area but in the premium group, you get a more refined one. And it's a lot tighter, okay? Both were still very profitable, but of course, we want the tighter stop losses, the minimizing the losses, minimizing the risk, maximizing the gain. So what we was looking at here, ladies and gents, is first of all, you on TradingView, some of these indicators are free, some of them aren't. You have to pay for I've paid for the upgrade, so I don't know which ones are free anymore, but let's go through it anyway. So step one is session bar color US time. Just to go through that, if you want to click on the tradingview.com is a free website and it shows you the charts. So you click on indicators and then you type in session bar color, okay, like that. Well, not like that because there's two S's, and not like that because they spell it different in America, don't they? There you go. Session bar color US time. That one there by, I'm not even going to try and say that name. But yeah, click that on. What that does is that changes the colors of the candles to represent what session you're in. So as the default, the red represents US session. So any movement in the US session, so from 1 p.m. till around 10 p.m. UK time, will be represented by red. Asia session is black, and obviously London is green. Now you can change these colors to match whatever you like. I'll just keep them as that. What it does is it just it's just another thing you can remove, because remember, every time you're placing trades and doing anything, the less that you have, the less noise that you have, the better that you can focus on, right? So first of all, it allowed me to understand that we are coming out of the Asian session. Okay, so 7:30 was when I gave the signal. I'll just get back on here. Okay, 7:30 was when I gave the signal. Okay, and this was it, right? So why did I give this? So first of all, we're in an overall, we are back down in a bearish trend. What a bearish trend means is that we're going down, okay? You can see represented here, we're going down. Now, we had a big pullback throughout the whole of last week, but for me, that was based on the news that was released on Wednesday night about inflation rates and everything like that. There was so much indecision and they weren't sure where it was going to go or what the outcome was. So they drove the market up to take out liquidity and to take it back to this 1947, 48 area. Okay. And then as you can see here, huge move down happened very, very quickly once the news was released and the world knew what the bloody hell was going on. So we continue with the bearish momentum, meaning that it's going down. Okay. So we're going to be looking ideally overall for sells, right? But as I stated many, many times, as anybody who's traded Forex knows, the market doesn't just go up and down like an elevator. It's like stairs. So whenever you see an opportunity, if it aligns with your strategy, and if you want to use my strategy, that's fine. If it aligns with your strategy, you take it. Because anybody can mark up charts and put things and all these indicators on, but unless you are executing on that, you will not get the results. Will you make losses? Yes, of course. You have to learn the strategy. You have to learn the psychological side of it, but it's about executing. So this aligned with my strategy, and I'll tell you why. Okay. So first, we look from the bottom of here, the lowest point in the most recent times. Okay, so last Thursday, the lowest point. And we drag it across to the highest point. Okay, now, there's a couple of details here. For anybody who knows my strategy, knows that I like to look for the 0.76 or the 0.85 area on the Fibonacci. Remember, you don't need all of them in order to take a trade, but the more you have, the better and the stronger it is, okay? So as you noticed, it's only on the 0.5 here, it's stated here, 0.5, okay? But that's fine for now, and I'll explain why in a moment. So if the markets have come down all the way down here throughout the Asian session and reached this 0.85 area, 0.76 area, I would be like, wow, put your house on that trade, right? Because it aligns beautifully with the strategy. But it just means the more confirmations you have that a trade's going to work for you, the bigger the lot size you can put on, because you can risk less, right? And obviously you have more confidence in it. But this was not on the Fibonacci, but it was on the 50% mark. And that is sometimes enough, okay? So first things first is it went to the 0.5 area. When I looked at the Fibonacci, I was like, okay, it's not in my 0.76 or 0.85, but it is on the 0.5, the 50% retracement, okay? Meaning that the move it made up here, it's retraced halfway back, okay? And as I mentioned, the overall movement of the market, I believe, is going to go down, okay? I could be wrong, but I believe it's going to go down. With that being said, there needs to be some movement back before the initial push down, right? And the movement back, I believe, was going to happen during the London session. Makes sense, right? If the US markets are strong and the US dollar's strong, that's going to push it during the US session. So where's the retracement going to come back? Where's the retracement going to come from? Because it didn't come in the Asian session. As you see, it went down during the Asian session. So the only option really left is the London session. So that's why we took it in the London session. Step one. Step two is I use this indicator called SVP, which shows you where the volume is. When it's around that area, that's a confirmation. So let me click on that and I'll show you. Bang, look, here you go. the volume, red line going across. It was obviously here at the time. So if I just go back in time, okay. Oh, bear with me. So if I just go back in time, guys, to here, I've turned on my volume profile indicator, and it's under it, just slightly under it. So first of all, Fibonacci, good old Fibonacci, 50% here. Yeah, it's just under the volume. So if it's under, we buy into it. If it's over, we buy down to it. But keep it as close and as tight as possible. This SVP volume volume indicator, you have to pay for. Okay, about an extra £20–30 a month for TradingView Pro, and you get that. But it's just awesome to use. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 is liquidity. Now, I can see here, there's New York liquidity here. I've marked it out with my pound signs. It means the highest point with a little spike. That's just, it means more than this, but this is how I'm describing it to keep it simple. The highest point and the lowest point where there's been a spike. It means, you see here, look, I've marked it out here, spike down here, spike up here. That's New York's, that's US session, right? But there was a session before the London session, right? And that was Asia. So we aim for the Asian session, because remember, gold definitely loves to take out liquidity. All currencies do, but gold definitely does. So it's gonna aim for this. It wants to take out liquidity either below or above. So again, if I was wrong, it would have hit stop loss, took us out, right? And we would have known that it would have continued down. So then we would have looked for sells, okay? But we're going with buys at the minute. So let's see how this plays out. We're looking for liquidity here. We've seen, I'll just go on to the 5 minutes because that's where I like to enter. So in terms of candle formation, we've seen a rejection here. You seen this? Okay. You'll learn candles and candle formations. They're not truly important necessarily, but they definitely do help. So I've seen here, if I just turn this session bar off, you'll see, okay, black represents sellers, blue buyers. Okay, so sellers are taking it down, a big buyers come in here, and then followed on by a rejection candle, an indecision candle, a doji, whatever you want to call it. So I've gone, right, okay, good sign for an entry here. Bam. So what we do is we put the stop loss in a decent position, about 30 pips max, but I aimed for 15 just to keep the risk to reward good. And then aim for the liquidity up here. Yeah, the mark that I've just marked out earlier. Yeah, making sense, hopefully. And then we see how it plays out. Oh no! Right, 15 minutes later, here we go, all the way up, bang. Lovely, right? That trade was given this morning in the Telegram group based on that analysis, right? Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are in a bearish market. So as you can see now, this liquidity has been taken out. So bang, I'm going to delete that because it's been taken, like Liam Neeson style. Okay, now what you see, if I just keep moving it forward, we're in London session. So now this is the liquidity in the London session, right? So you mark that out. Yeah. And you see what it wants to do. I'll just keep moving forward. Bang. This is where we're at right now. So it's going to do one or two things now, ladies and gents. It's either going to come up here and take out this liquidity and potentially this liquidity and then make its move down, or it's going to continue up, right? Or option B is it's just going to start in, well, the US session's just open now, so it's going to come and try and take out this liquidity at 1913. All right. First stop, of course, this one here. Hopefully, guys, that is making some sense to you. Liquidity, the actual terminology and all that for the reason and the explanations behind liquidity and volume and all that stuff, it goes deeper than that. But what I want to do is to try and give you guys the most simplistic way of looking at it, because at the end of the day, a lot of the time you can fail and lose in Forex because you're just trying to learn these words and this jargon and all this stuff that you don't really need to learn. Like, I just call these liquidity because of the spikes. Like, before I was going, oh, is it liquidity because that's where all the sell orders are in, and then the buy orders come in, and I'm like, I just, you know, sometimes you want to put stabilizers on your bike just to give you a bit of help. You know what I mean? So anyway, here's the zone now. For any, you know, I've given a signal here for a sell because you can, you know, a mid-risk sell in the Telegram group is 1924. A better risk is 1928 if you want to get in a sell with the stop loss above this liquidity here, because it's going to take out this and then this. That's very going to give it some, like, you know, it's going to be a struggle for it to take out both of them. So yeah, get in wherever you like, but we're going to target down here. Again, I don't control the markets. I just go with it. So if I see this coming up with some strength up here, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna have to reassess. But based on the fact that it's Monday, that we're now in the US session, that I think most of the liquidity is going to be here in the euro today because of all the news we've had for the euro today. I don't see gold making too much of a major movement. However, this is my overall bias for the week. We're going to see 1901. See how it responds here. But as I mentioned, not elevator, it's the stairs. So it's not going to go drop down. It's going to go duh, 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 duh. That's the thing. That's the side of it psychologically you have to get used to. Every so often there'll be a hole in the floor and it will just shoot down and drop. Right? Sometimes unexpectedly, like manipulation at its finest. But from a psychological point of view, just because you've now thought that's a sell opportunity does not mean as soon as you click sell, it's going to go bang into your favor. It may take a whole day. Like if you look at this, for example, the sell I gave on Friday did reach its target. I believe I gave it US session. Here, it reached its target, but it took 4 hours, and then to actually overall closing complete, like all three TPs hit, it actually took like 2 days, because gold can move a lot of people get this idea that gold moves very quickly all the time. When it's ready to go, it will move and it will go, but in the build up to that, it could take bloody a day, 2 days, which is why sometimes it can catch you out. But it's very, very exciting trading gold is. Damn it, I'm out of coffee. Anyway, guys, I hope that's making sense for you. I hope the strategy I've just showed you makes sense. I try and keep it as simple as possible. If anybody wants to enter the free Telegram group, the link will be in my profile. So click on my link tree and then just scroll down to free Telegram group. If you want to go in the premium one where I do top-down analysis and I give you support and guidance and go into much more detail, then drop me a message. Or if you want to be part, you want to take part in any of the other offers and services that I offer, then again, drop me a message. I currently have this document that I've just made for you guys to see exactly what I offer. Step 1 is free signals. Simply click that link, join the group. Step 2 is a small funded account, around £15,000-25,000, and I can either trade that for you or you can do it yourself and then get a discount code so it's cheaper. Large funded account, meaning that everything gets done for you and you can generate between 2 and 4% a month of a massive account, 100 and 200k accounts. 2 to 4% a month, in case you haven't worked that out, is around about £2,000 to £4,000 a month, and it's all done for you. Or you can get involved in my high ticket affiliate marketing, which I'll go into more detail, but basically everything's done for you. You just do what I do and post a few posts and videos. It's awesome. Anyway, guys, so that's the offers there. Feel free to drop me a message, see how you can get started. No skills required. No, I don't want to look at your GCSEs. I just want you to show me that you're willing to learn and you don't even need to match my energy. Like, I've got a lot of energy. I drink a lot of coffee. I'm joking. I probably do though. But anyway, guys, so let's see how US session plays out. If I just click on the colors now so you can see, look, red. Just close this. Just zoom in a little bit more for you. See this? Green is London session. Black candles is Asia. And now red is US. And as you can see, we've opened up for well, it looks like buying potential. But of course, we don't get fooled by this because there are fake outs. We're going to assess it here at this level. And if it passes here, then it's probably going to target up here. But overall, we are looking to go down. Don't know if anyone wants to see that. My name past the last account, got one ongoing at the minute. Just as proof for anybody to see that I can pass these accounts. A few other certificates and other people for you guys if you want to learn what I do. It's it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, let me take care of it if it's not of interest to you and you want to crack on with whatever you're doing. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic day. I'm going to see where this leads. Exciting to see if it goes up here and we can get in a good sell up here. But in the meantime, enough is enough, guys. They want to give it all away.